Rain hammers the streets like bullets on glass. In this city, the neon lights don't hide the darkness, they illuminate it. And tonight, in the parking garage of St. Jude's Hospital, a nurse is about to discover that darkness bleeds. Zara Thompson's shift had ended at 10 p.m. 20 years in the ER had taught her to recognize danger, the quiet before violence, the stillness before a heart stops. But nothing prepared her for what waited in the back seat of her Honda Accord. Just get home. Check on Kai. Sleep. That's all I need. She slides into the driver's seat. Keys in the ignition. Then, her blood freezes. Who's there? She fumbles for her phone, her hands shaking. The flashlight cuts through the darkness. And there he is, slumped against the backseat door. A man. Asian. Mid-40s. Sharp features carved from stone and softened by agony. His white shirt isn't white anymore. It's crimson, soaked. 2 gunshot wounds, shoulder and thigh, bleeding out in her car. Oh God! Oh God! Stay with me. I'm a nurse. What happened? Who shot you? Your son. Kai. What? What about Kai? What did you do to him? I saved him. Behind your building, in the alley. They shot me. Protecting him. Time stops. The world narrows to this moment. This bleeding stranger who knows her son's name. Is he a threat? A victim? A liar? I'm calling 911. You need a hospital. No police. They'll kill us both. Your son. Kai, he's not safe yet. Let go of me. I don't know you. How do you know my son's name? Because I've been watching him. Protecting him. For weeks. Every protocol screams at her to call for help. But something in his eyes, beneath the pain, beneath the blood, something raw and desperate, makes her hesitate. She tears strips from her spare scrubs, applies pressure to the wounds. Her hands move on autopilot, 20 years of saving lives in the ER. But her mind races. You better not be lying to me. If you've hurt my son, I took 2 bullets for him. Does that sound like I want to hurt him? She doesn't go to the hospital. She doesn't call the police. Against everything she knows, against every instinct, Zara drives toward home, toward her son, toward answers, and toward a truth that will shatter everything she thought she knew. My name is Hyun-Jin Park. I lead the Shadow Lotus, Korean syndicate, Koreatown. You're a gangster? A mafia boss? And you want me to believe you saved my son. The Viper clan, they targeted him. He witnessed something. They thought he was my spy. I stopped them, but not before. Stay awake. Don't you dare die in my car. You're going to tell me everything, starting with why a mafia boss is watching my teenage son. But Hyun-Jin's eyes are closing. Blood pools on her seats. The city blurs past, neon lights reflecting in puddles like spilled dreams. And one question burns in Zara's mind. What has Kai gotten himself into? A mother, a mafia boss, a secret that connects them in blood. What will Zara find when she gets home? And what price will she pay for saving a killer's life? Home, a word that should mean safety. But tonight, Zara's modest apartment becomes a war zone between duty and survival. Mom, you're okay. There was this guy, he came out of nowhere and... Are you hurt? Kai, talk to me. What happened? I was just walking home from Marcus's place. These guys cornered me in the alley. They said something about a debt, about seeing things I shouldn't have seen. I thought they were going to kill me. Then this man. That's him. He's the one who saved me. Zara's living room transforms into an improvised ER. She lays Hyun-Jin on the couch. Kai watches wide-eyed as his mother becomes someone else. Focused, precise, deadly calm. Kai, get my medical bag. The big one under my bed. And boil water, lots of it. You're good at this. 20 years in the ER. I've stitched up worse. Though usually they're not bleeding out on my couch. She cleans the wounds. The shoulder bullet passed through, lucky. But the thigh wound is deeper. She extracts the bullet with forceps, her hand steady even as her heart pounds. She has her sister's eyes. the same fire, the same stubborn refusal to break. How many years have I watched from the shadows? How many times did I almost tell her the truth? The morphine will help with the pain. But you owe me answers. All of them. Starting with why a Mafia boss knows my son's name. I've been watching Kai. Not to hurt him. To protect him. From what? From my world. From the Viper clan. From men like Dong-Soo, my rival. He runs the organization that's trying to take over Koreatown. Why would they care about me? I'm nobody. 2 nights ago, you were with friends near the warehouse on 5th. You saw a drug deal go bad. A Viper hit. I didn't see anything. Okay, maybe I saw some guys fighting. But I didn't tell anyone. The Vipers don't take chances. They thought you were connected to me. That I sent you to spy. Why would they think that? Because I've been watching your family for a long time. The admission hangs in the air like smoke. Zara's hands still on the bandages. She's wrapping. How long? Years. You're a stalker. A gangster stalker bleeding on my couch. I'm trying to protect you. We don't need protection from a Mafia boss. We need protection from you. Your sister. Do you remember her? Don't you dare talk about her. Maya. Her name was Maya Thompson. She volunteered at the community center in Koreatown. Taught English to immigrants. That's how I met her. Zara's world tilts. Her sister. Dead for 10 years from cancer. What could this man possibly know about her? You knew Maya? We were close. For a brief time. Before she got sick. Before I understood what my life would cost the people I cared about. Mom, what's he talking about? You left her. She never told me about anyone. I left to protect her. Men in my position don't have normal lives. We don't have families. We have targets painted on everyone we love. So you just disappear? That's your answer? Run away and watch from the shadows like some kind of... Bullets tear through the living room. Glass explodes. Zara throws herself over Kai. Hyun-Jin rolls off the couch, grabbing a gun from his ankle holster despite his wounds. Get down. They found us. The bedroom. Now. They scramble. Hyun-Jin provides cover, firing through the broken window. 3 shots. Precise. A scream from outside. Then silence. We need to leave. Now. They'll send more. Where? Where can we possibly go? I have a safe house. In the hills. But we need to move fast. Mom, we can't trust him. We don't have a choice. They grab what they can, medical supplies, cash, clothes. Zara's hands shake as she shoves items into a bag. Her apartment, her life, everything she's built, torn apart in minutes. As they rush to her car, Hyun-Jin pauses at the door. This is my fault. My sins bleeding into their innocent lives. But how do I tell them? How do I say the words that will change everything? Move. We don't have time. Rain pours. The city lights blur. And behind them, shadows gather. Men with guns and vendettas, hunting in the dark. A nurse, a son, and a Mafia boss on the run. But Hyun-Jin's secret goes deeper than protection. What truth is he hiding? And can their fragile alliance survive when blood reveals what words cannot? The road to the safe house winds through hills where the city's neon can't reach. Darkness absolute, and in that darkness, truth. Zara floors it. The Honda, old, beaten but loyal, responds. The SUV accelerates. Closer, closer. Black SUV. 3 cars back. They're following us. Vipers. Persistent bastards. What do? We lose them. Or we kill them. No other options now. Zara floors it. The Honda, old, beaten but loyal, responds. The SUV accelerates. Closer, closer. Hold on. She swerves through rain-slicked streets. Hyun-Jin leans out the passenger window, fires 3 shots. The SUV's windshield shatters. Left. Turn left at the warehouse. I know this city better than you do. But she turns. Into the industrial district. Empty factories, abandoned dreams. The SUV follows. Another ram from behind. They're right on us. Zara, when I say now, brake hard. What? Trust me. 1 second. 2. The SUV closes the distance. Now. Zara slams the brakes. The SUV can't stop in time, crashes into them, but the angle sends it spinning. It hits a concrete barrier. Flips. Explodes. Silence. Except for the rain and their ragged breathing. Is everyone okay? Yeah, I think so. You're a natural. I save lives. I don't take them. Sometimes they're the same thing. They reach the safe house an hour later. A modest cabin tucked in the hills, invisible from the main roads. Inside, cash, weapons, supplies. A place built for hiding. This is insane. I'm a nurse. I have a life. A job. This isn't. I'm sorry. I never wanted this for you. Then why? Why watch us? Why protect Kai? The truth. Now, this is the moment. The confession that will destroy what little trust we've built. But lies have protected them long enough. Truth is the only weapon left. When I knew your sister, it wasn't just friendship. We were together. Briefly. Intensely. You had an affair with Maya? She never told you because I asked her not to. I was building my empire. She was light in a world of darkness. And then she got pregnant. No. She told me she lost the baby. Miscarriage. I believed her. I walked away to protect her from my world. But she lied. What are you saying? Your birthday. June 14th, 9 months after Maya and I. The cabin is silent except for the fire. Zara's face goes pale. Kai stands frozen. That's impossible. My dad, he left when I was 5. Mom told me, your father isn't who you think he is. Maya gave you to her sister. To Zara. Told the world you were hers. Protected you from my life by erasing me from yours. Maya made me promise. Before she died, she said Kai was mine to raise. That his real father was gone. I thought she meant some deadbeat boyfriend. I never imagined. You're lying. This is some sick manipulation. I have proof. DNA test. I had it done 6 months ago when I first saw you. When I realized. He hands them to Zara. Her hands shake as she reads. The numbers. The percentages. The certainty. Oh God, Maya, what did you do? So what? You're my biological father? That makes you what? A hero? You're a criminal. A killer. Yes, I am. But I'm also a man who lost his son 17 years ago and just got him back. And I won't lose him again. Kai storms out onto the porch. Rain soaks him immediately, but he doesn't care. Zara follows. Kai, my whole life is a lie. You lied to me. I didn't know. Maya never told me the truth. I thought I was protecting you. From what? From having a father? From having a father like him. Inside, Hyun-Jin sits alone. Blood seeps through his bandages. Pain radiates. But physical pain is nothing compared to what tears through his chest now. My son hates me. The woman who raised him fears me. And Maya, beautiful, brilliant Maya, she died protecting them from my darkness. Was she right? Am I poison to everyone I touch? Who is this? Brother. Dong-soo. Found your little family. Touching reunion. Father and son. How did you? I've known for months. Why do you think I targeted the boy? To draw you out. To make you feel what I felt. Abandoned, alone, watching from the shadows. Dong-soo. Hyun-Jin's half-brother. Born to the same father, different mothers. Left in Korea when their father moved to America. Forgotten. Until he built his own empire on resentment. This is between us. Leave them out of it. You took everything from me. Our father's name, his legacy, his love. Now I take everything from you. Tomorrow night. The old dockyard. Come alone or I kill them both. Hyun-Jin looks out at Zara and Kai on the porch. His family. His blood. His responsibility. And for the first time in his life, This man who built an empire on violence and control. He doesn't know if he's strong enough to save them. A father revealed. A brother's revenge. A family torn between blood and survival. At the dockyard, one decision will determine who lives, who dies, and whether redemption is possible for a man drowning in his own sins. The dockyard, where the city empties into the sea, where ships arrive carrying dreams and leave with ghosts. This is where it ends. This is a trap. Of course it's a trap, but it's the only way to end this. What's the plan? You two stay in the car. I go in alone. Absolutely not. Zara, you're still recovering. You can barely walk. And Dong-soo has an army. You need us. I won't risk you. You don't get to make that choice for us. Not anymore. If you're really my father, then let us fight with you. Hyun-Jin looks at his son. 17 years old. Brave. Stupid. Everything he was at that age. This is what it means to be a father. Not watching from shadows. Not sending money from offshore accounts. But standing beside them. Even when it terrifies you. There's a way. But you have to trust me. The plan is desperate. Zara has hospital access. She can get sedatives powerful enough to take down multiple men. They'll pose as hostages, smuggle the drugs in, create chaos from inside. An hour later, they walk into the dockyard. Hands raised. Surrounded. Brother. You came. Dong-soo looks like Hyun-Jin's reflection in a cracked mirror. Same sharp features. Same build. But where Hyun-Jin's eyes carry weight, Dong-soo's burn with emptiness. And you brought gifts. Your woman. Your son. How sentimental. Let them go. This is between us. Everything is between us. Our father chose you. Took you to America. Left me with nothing. Do you know what that does to a child? To watch your brother live the life that should have been yours? I didn't choose to be taken. I didn't choose our father's favoritism. But you chose to forget me. You built an empire and never looked back. Truth cuts both ways. Hyun-Jin had known about Dong-soo for years. Had sent money anonymously. But never reached out. Never claimed him as family. You're right. I failed you. But killing them won't fix that. No. But it will make us equal. Both of us alone. Both of us broken. He pulls out a gun. Points it at Kai. Say goodbye to your son. You want to destroy him? Start with me. Time fractures. Hyun-Jin moves, but he's too slow, too injured. Dong-soo's finger tightens on the trigger. Then Zara pulls the syringe from her jacket, the sedative she'd hidden, and stabs it directly into Dong-soo's thigh. Chaos erupts. Hyun-Jin tackles one guard. Kai, brave, terrified Kai, grabs a metal pipe and swings at another. Zara runs, pulling emergency sedatives from her pockets, throwing them at the Viper soldiers. Hyun-Jin fights like a wounded animal. Every movement agony. But he doesn't stop. Can't stop. His family fights beside him. Dong-soo collapses, the sedative taking hold. But he raises his gun one last time, aimed at Hyun-Jin. If I can't have a family, neither can you. The gunshot echoes, but Kai is faster. He tackles Dong-soo. The bullet goes wild, hits a container. Sparks fly. That's my father. Those words. 3 words that change everything. Sirens wail in the distance. Red and blue lights paint the dockyard. You saved my life. Yeah, well, you saved mine first. We need to go. The police. No. No more running. He pulls out his phone. Makes a call. Detective Morrison? It's Park. I'm ready to make a deal. The aftermath unfolds like a chess endgame. Hyun-Jin turns himself in. But he brings evidence. Files on Dong-soo's human trafficking operations, connections to corrupt officials, everything. In exchange, witness protection for his family. A new life for Zara and Kai. 3 months later, a small town, 2 states away, a different name. Zara Thompson is now Zara Kim. Kai is finishing high school, planning for college. And every Sunday, they visit a medium security facility where a man who used to be a mafia boss now teaches Korean to other inmates. How are you holding up? Better than I deserve. I got accepted to MIT. Engineering program. Your Aunt Maya would be proud. They sit in silence, a family forged in blood and rebuilt through choice. I spent my life thinking power meant control, that protecting people meant keeping them at a distance. But you taught me something. What's that? That real strength is letting people in, even when it terrifies you. When you get out, and you will get out, you'll have a home. With us. Hyun-Jin's sentence. 15 years, eligible for parole in 8. Time to pay for his sins. Time to rebuild. Dong-soo faces life without parole. The Viper clan dismantled. The Shadow Lotus dissolved. And in a small town where nobody knows their history, a nurse and her son build something new. Internal monologue. Maya, I understand now. Why you lied. Why you gave me Kai. You knew Hyun-Jin's world would consume him, but you also knew love could save him. So you planted that love in your son and waited for the right moment. Thank you, sister, for trusting me with your greatest gift. In the Mafia world, they say blood is loyalty. But Zara and Kai learned a different truth. Blood isn't about genetics. It's about who stands beside you when bullets fly, who stitches your wounds, who calls you family when the world calls you monster. Hyun-Jin Park was a mafia boss, a killer, a criminal, but he was also a father who took 2 bullets for his son. And in the end, maybe that's all that matters. This is a story of unlikely saviors, of nurses who face darkness with compassion, of criminals who find redemption in sacrifice, of families built not from perfect beginnings, but from impossible choices. It's a reminder that we're not defined by our worst moments, but by what we do after them. And sometimes the greatest act of love is letting someone save you. What would you do if a stranger bled in your car and turned out to be your family? Would you run? Or would you fight? Drop a comment below with your choice. And if you want more stories of redemption, justice, and the thin line between hero and villain, subscribe and hit that notification bell. Because in this city, everyone has secrets. And some secrets save lives.